Today, we would discuss about this PYQ from governance topic, that is role of civil services in Indian democracy. Now, this particular question was asked in 2024. It's a 10 marker, which means 150 word limit. In this particular question, we would look at what kind of introductions can be given to role of civil services in Indian democracy. And also we can see what kind of structural template can be used when writing an answer on this topic. And also we would see what kind of different ready-made conclusions can be kept with respect to this particular topic. To know more of such aspects with respect to other subjects as well, and the PYQs of all the subjects, you can refer to our books, our PYQ books, where the details are given in the description. Now coming to this particular question, this is a question talking about doctrine of democratic governance, and it is talking about how important is the public perception of integrity and commitment when it comes to making the civil services perception more positive in nature. Now, when you look at this doctrine of democratic governance, that is what is the first point where you will have to introduce, where you see the doctrine of democratic governance is nothing but where the principle of accountability, transparency, and rule of law and the public trust has been upheld. That means all the four aspects of transparency, accountability, rule of law, and public trust is more important in talking about this doctrine of democratic governance, which fundamentally sees an efficient as well as the positive perception being built upon civil services. Now, looking up at again a simple schematic, the kind of rule that we have been following with respect to writing governance answers as discussed in other PYQs. We see we have a simple schematic where civil servants maintaining integrity and commitment derives a positive perception, increases legitimacy, enhancing governance, and definitely upholding the developmental agenda. Because when we look at any developmental agenda, we see civil services becomes one of the stakeholder with respect to the developmental agenda which is present in a particular country. So that is the ultimate aim of maintaining the doctrine of democratic governance. Now, what is the need for maintaining this public perception? It is important to maintain the public trust because that enables legitimacy as well as better implementation and also upholds the institutional setup which is existing in the administration, and also enabling voluntary compliance, effective implementation of policies, enhance the credibility, reduces arbitrariness with respect to the policy implementation, strengthens rule of law, and more importantly, whenever a positive perception is maintained with respect to civil services, there is a greater scope for collaboration with multiple stakeholders present in the governance. So that can be seen as a positive outcome here. But there are certain challenges which are existing with respect to this perception. One, it could be the instances of bureaucratic apathy, bureaucratic rigidity, blind rationality which is present in the governance mechanism, which is present in the functioning of civil services, or maintaining the status quoist approach which is present, that is corruption, political interference, lack of accountability, information asymmetry. Indian civil services is seen to be criticized that it is run upon veil of secrecy. And it is run upon veil of secrecy, it is run with lack of transparency. So that is a major challenge which could be seen with respect to building of public perception, building of positive perception. But certain way forward or certain measures can be brought in, something like ethical leadership with respect to mid-career training of civil servants, talking about proactive disclosure and open governance, regular sensitization on ethical decision making. Technological integration can be brought in as a factor to enhance this positive perception, public perception. For example, you see Capacity Building Commission CBC, which is part of the Mission Karma Yogi, and also you see IGOT platform, which is part of the Mission Karma Yogi, actually provides a necessary training for maintaining the perception. Because it is important. It is important to be honest, but it is also important to be seen to be honest is what is the perception that has to be built whenever in this particular process of administration, in this process of upholding the doctrine of democratic governance. Now coming to the conclusion of this, that is, the civil servants must not only be honest but also seen to be honest. That's a simple saying that is seen, that can be put in. Or you can also conclude civil servants, for them to continue as the steel frame of this country, we need to maintain the public perception. Or for civil servants to be the agents of upholding the democracy or the letter and spirit of democracy, or efficient public service, or maintaining the letter and spirit of Sevottam model, we need to have them maintaining the public perception or positive perception. That is a kind of conclusion that we can give with respect to civil services. So what do you see in this particular answer? Understanding the question, consolidating, expressing, and more importantly, with the right choice of words we need to write. That means for writing any of such questions demands meticulous consolidation mechanism and meticulous consolidation process, and also a strategy to revise, and also a strategy to practice. Regular and rigorous practice is what is required. And all of these components are present in one particular program which we have curated specifically for mains. That is strategic revision for mains, which will enhance your mains score and which has been used by many toppers to enhance their mains score. To know more details about strategic revision for mains, they are present in the description. Thank you.